Okay, just want to show you my new Net City. I usually turn my Ramcade sign on whenever I turn my new Net City on, because it's my arcade, isn't it? Rams Bottoms Arcade, Ramcade. So, what's my new Net City? Well, I've got it on, it's this machine here. Now, it's not actually a new Net City. You can see it's working okay. I'm going to turn this game off. Well, I'm going to turn everything off now. Turn the game off for now. You can see it's actually a Naomi that's been converted to a new Net City. I think it was Giz 10p. Giz 10p. So you know it's an absolutely awesome job. The monitor's brilliant. I don't have the top light on, and I don't know why. I think I just never hooked it up. Two-player control panel with it. This has taken a knock before I got it. I don't know if you can see in there. There's like a crack just sort of down here, and there's like a flaw in the. You see it there. It's took a right whack, and it doesn't work properly. So I need to replace it one day. But I hardly ever play two-player. In fact, I've never played two-player. I haven't got the money slot working yet. So this is just a little bit of sticky stuff. It doesn't actually stick. It's amazing. I use it in the car as well, but not pink. It's my daughter's, and she gave me a bit. So, yeah, so that's my new Net City, which I absolutely love. If I was going to get another one, I would definitely get a sit-down version, because this is a stand-up. I don't know if you can tell, but there's my. I've got a seat, like a big seat you can sit on. So I'm just going to turn that seat round because it gets in the way. And I'm going to show you what extras I've added to my new Net City. You might recognise some of them. Now, these can all play, so I can play any of these at any time I like. It's all connected down here. Look at that. There's just like, you know when they say fire hazard? This is a fire hazard. The trouble is I've turned it off. That means it might never ever turn back on again. So this is a PC Engine Duo. It's a Japanese system. Came out when? Late 80s? Something? I'm not sure. It's one of my favourite systems ever, and it's when I used to have my museum when I had practically every computer you can think of. That's one of the few I didn't sell. The only one I regret selling was my Panasonic Q, which is a Nintendo GameCube by Panasonic, which I loved. But this, I kept this. I've had this for years and years and years. But it's actually the second one I've owned. The very first one I sold because I was an idiot. But I've had that. I must have had this one 20 years now. I actually took it to bits and recapped it because they're notorious for the caps leaking all over it, and that's what had happened. It was just knackered, but it took me months. I kept giving up, putting it in the bin, taking it out of the bin, giving it another go. So that's my PC Engine, so I can play any PC Engine game. I've got one of these EverDrives. Look at that. That contains all the flashcard sort of games, but I've also got the original of my favourite game, or one of my favourite games of all time, which is Winds of Thunder. Now the one game I want, which I don't have, I used to have it and I sold it, I think. I've either put it in the loft or I've sold it. I think I sold it. Is Dracula X, Rondo of Blood. And I think it's called Dracula X, Rondo of Blood, or Dracula Rondo of Blood, which is a amazing game, and I can't wait to play it again. So I'll buy that again one day. It's a Castlevania follow-up. I've also got a PS2. It's a Japanese PS2. Now, I've always wanted to play a game called Gradius 5 on my cab, on a cab. And it's always been in my, since I very first played Gradius 5, it's always been one of my aims to get it on a cab. So, not long ago, probably a year or so ago, maybe more, I put together this, I bought a converter, I'll just come on to them in a minute. And I bought another I used to have a Japanese limited edition PS2. I loved it. I had air drive in it and everything. And I had a timer card, and I could not get the timer card to work, so I blamed the PS2, sold it, bought another one, and it wasn't the timer card. It wasn't the PS2, it was the timer card, so lesson learned. So I've ended up with a black PS2 instead of a silver one. But I play Gradius 5 on here. It's amazing. But also, the other game that I can't remember the name of, that will come back to me. Why can't I remember it? It's up here. Let me show you. This is my game collection up here that are not in the loft. So I got a PS3 off a friend, and he had a load of games, so I've got them. Wii U games. Wii U was absolutely fantastic. If you can see those cassettes there, Commodore 64, Atari, I think, as well. Probably a Spectrum. I haven't got any of them anymore. I just kept the games that I wanted to keep off them. So Dizzy, Robocop, Warhawk, Robocod, Warhawk, Karateka, Mr. Robot, Montezuma's Revenge. And over here are kind of this is my Gradius 5 box. Japanese. Raiden, that's what it is. Raiden, but I can't remember which. Where's my Raiden? That's worrying, because my Raiden isn't there. Not in one of these, is it? That's a soundtrack. What's this one? Gradius Gaiden, that is also amazing on my cabinet. It's safe to say all those old games are actually brilliant on my cabinet. You wouldn't turn your head at the graphics on some of them. I don't understand why oh, there it is. Raiden. Oh, sorry. I wanted to find it because it was annoying me. Raiden 3, that's the one. I think it only came out on PS2. So I used that for... I can get it on my cab and use it, play it. Pretty awesome. So that's my PS2 now. Underneath, I don't know if you can see, there's a black sort of panel there. I'll come round the back. And if you look underneath, you can see it's got a game slot in there, and that is a Neo Geo. Now I only actually own one Neo Geo game, and you just saw it, Metal Slug up there. So that is a sort of 32-in-1 or something card. It has loads of horizontal games because it's a horizontal cab, so it's horizontal games, which is amazing. You can play all the Metal Slugs you like on my cab, and loads of other goodies on Neo Geo. I've also got a Sony PlayStation hooked up. That's for the Gradius Gaiden that you just saw. What else was there? I can't remember. There's another game I play on there, but I can't remember what it is. What anxiety does to you, it fucks you up, you can't remember anything. Okay, so to get them all hooked up, I've got this these extensions, the jammer converters, which I got from a guy in Ireland. Now there's no name on them. I can't remember what he called them. But this is a Saturn and PC Engine to jammer converter. As you can see there, Saturn PC Engine. I don't have a Saturn anymore. I used to. Wonderful machine, especially the Japanese ones. All the shoot 'em ups on there are incredible. Tsukyu Gentai is brilliant. So yeah, so we've got that, but I've also got another one there, which I connect to my PlayStation. So that will connect PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1. I don't know if it does PS3, I've never tried because there's no games on PS3 I would even consider putting on my cab. Now what you do is you can buy the bottom bits, they're all the same, the bottom sort of side, but the daughter board is what you use for the controls, so it's only the daughter board that's changed, just for the controllers. I'd show you inside my cab, I don't know if it'll be lifted up. Inside there's all sorts of power supplies and stuff like that, just so I don't have to muck about with them. They're all held inside, and they all turn off at the plugs here. So turn off the PC Engine, there you go, turned off, and that's my cabinet. Hope you enjoyed it. Speak to you later.